Hey guys, welcome to this video where I'm going to share with you my #1 secret that I've been using over the last 3 years that helped me get a 90 score in the PTE Academic. Now before we get started, I'm going to share with you a quick story. So I'm back in India from Sydney, Australia. I'm here on vacation, spending some time with my family. So I had a chance to go in a local train in Mumbai. So it was a Sunday afternoon and the train was really crowded and packed for some reason. So I somehow managed to squeeze into the train and I was holding on to the grab rails, and it was a really crowded train and the person next to me was stinking. He didn't wear deodorant. I wish he had some deodorant. And I was in a very uncomfortable position for a long amount of time, and I basically had no room to move. So as I was standing there in that position, I was like, Steven, why didn't you just put in your headphones before entering the train so you could have listened to an audiobook? Because that's one of the habits that I have developed over the last few years, is listening to audiobooks on the go while traveling to work, or while just going to visit people, or doing any activities around the house. If I have something that doesn't require my full attention, I just plug in my earphones and listen to an audiobook. Now those of you who've seen the video, the previous video, would have seen that I listen to audiobooks as part of my daily routine. There's a separate video which I'll link somewhere, which you guys can see the daily routine that I followed for a 90 score. But coming back to audiobooks, I'm going to share with you in this video about why audiobooks are so useful when it comes to preparation for the PTE Academic, and how it can be used as a supplement in addition to what you normally practice regularly on a daily basis. Now when it comes to the PTE Academic, there are several students who actually need to improve their level of English in order to get the desired score. And one of the quickest ways to improve your level of English is to get into an environment where there's high quality English being consumed by you on a regular basis. Now you can do this by reading, you can do this by watching English movies or TVs, but one of the most efficient ways and one of the most best ways that you can go about adding high quality English into an environment without changing your current routine or putting in additional time investment is listening to audiobooks, and just plug in your earphones into your phone or wherever while you're traveling to work, and just get high quality English into your brain. So going into more detail as to how this helps now, typically audiobooks, for those of you who do not know what an audiobook is basically a normal book read in an audio format, and there's a speaker or a native English speaker usually who reads that book so that it's something that you can listen to versus reading. Now audiobooks typically have very high production standards, so you will have a person with high quality English. The grammar and the language used in the book will typically be higher than what you encounter in daily English or in conversations that you have in English. So the vocabulary is very similar to the vocabulary that you see in the exam. Now keep in mind, the PTE Academic focuses more on academic vocabulary, and academic vocabulary, if you read the right kind of books or if you listen to the right kind of audiobooks, you're going to encounter those academic vocabulary via those books. So it's going to be easy for you to recollect when it comes to exam. Now I'm going to give you a few specific examples of how listening to audiobooks can help you with every section of the PTE Academic. Now starting with the listening section, which is fairly obvious. You're listening to English on a regular basis, high quality English similar to what you get into the exam. So you will start understanding the subject matter that is being discussed better. So when you go into the exam and when you get similar content, you're going to find it easy because it's a habit or it's something that you've been doing for a long time by listening to audiobooks. So you'll be able to understand matter deeply, which is one of the skills that is required in the listening section. Now coming to the reading section. Now in the reading section, for questions such as fill in the blanks, there isn't really a lot in terms of tips and strategies. You either know the correct answer or you will have to guess. Now the chances of you getting a correct answer in the fill in the blanks improves with you improving your vocabulary. The way you improve your vocabulary is by coming across new words in your daily life. So, and one way of coming across new words is by listening to audiobooks. So as you're listening to an audiobook, you see a particular word combination being repeated over and over again, so you can simply Google the word to know what the meaning is. But even if you do not Google the word, and if you hear a particular word combination being used several times, that's one of the skills that's required in the fill in the blanks. Words that are frequently used together, and you're going to only know which words are frequently used together when you listen to a lot of high quality English, and one of the way to do that is via audiobooks. Moving to the writing section. So writing section, one of the scoring factors is your vocabulary and how well you frame your sentences. So as you get exposure to good quality English, you're going to know how or what a good structured sentence sounds like or looks like, and you can directly translate that into your writing as well. You'll have a better sense of what is correct English and what is not correct English. And also, once you improve your vocabulary, you can use that into your writing and into your essays. Moving to the speaking section, it's going to help you with pronunciation. Now the funny thing with speaking and pronunciation is that you only know the correct pronunciation of the word once you have listened to that word before. So you're going to get more exposure to academic vocabulary as you listen to more audiobooks, and that's going to help get the correct pronunciation into your head versus an incorrect pronunciation. You know, there have been often times previously in the past where I've read a word and I've thought that this is the pronunciation for this word. When I've actually listened to it or heard someone speak it, the pronunciation was altogether different. Now the reason is that because I just read the word, I did not listen to the word. So via audiobooks, you're going to have people talking and you're going to listen to new words. That's going to help you with the correct pronunciation. So as I just demonstrated, listening to audiobooks, the benefits translates to all sections of the PTE exam. Now not everyone needs to do this. People who have a relatively high level of English may not necessarily listen to audiobooks, but it's a habit that I highly recommend. Not only does it help you in the PTE Academic, but it also helps you with new skills. It helps you learn new things. You can find a book for almost anything nowadays online, even an audiobook. If you're interested in developing a particular skill, or if you're looking to say, for example, you're interested in learning how to invest, you can pick up an audiobook on investing. Say, for example, you're looking to improve your diet and your lifestyle, you can pick up a health related audiobook. So not only does it have benefit in the exam, but it also helps you develop certain life skills that have found to be very useful. Now I have a few recommendations on audiobooks that you can use to get started, and also tell you the tool that I use. So I use Audible, which is an Amazon company. Now they have an app that you can download on your phone that you can use. What they also do is they offer a free trial for a month, where they either give you one or sometimes even 2 books for free, so you can check it out and see if it's something that you believe is going to be useful to you. So I'll place a link on how to get those free audiobooks in the description. You just need to sign up over there, and if you're not happy with it, you can cancel the subscription from Audible. But I personally still use it, even though I've cleared the PTE Academic exam. I just find that listening to audiobooks helps me with different skills, and I get to learn a lot more versus not listening to audiobooks. So I personally listen to about 3 to 4 audiobooks every month at least, just to ensure that I'm up to date and I'm keeping myself up above the curve. So check out the link in the description, click it if you want a free audiobook for yourself, and if you want to use the same strategies. I have a couple of recommendations. The first one, if you're specifically looking to improve your grammar skills, there's a book on grammar. I'll include the link to that in the description as well. That will help you solve some of the grammar issues that I see people making repeatedly in the exam. A few other books, there's this book called Sapiens, which has vocabulary that you get in the PTE Academic exam. So that is a book that I highly recommend. It's a great book as well, and I'll add links to a few other books that I personally enjoyed, and I think that will be helpful for you to get started on if you choose to do this. Now keep in mind that this is a relatively longer term approach. If you need a very high score, and if you're somewhere So if you need a 79 plus and if you're somewhere around the 50 or 60 point range, you definitely do need to work upon your English, and this is an easy solution that you can implement. Guys, I hope you found this video useful. Make sure you hit the like button, drop me a comment and tell me what you thought about this video. Share it with any of your friends who's struggling to clear the PTE academic exam, or any of your groups who you think might find this video useful. Till then, take care, all the best for your exam, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.